Okay, today's topic is the analysis of RC series circuit. And as we have now taken the R and C, so we have to draw the circuit with the resistance and capacitance connected in series. Okay, so this one is the RC series circuit. Here resistance is connected. When capacitance is connected, the voltage source is E here, and the current that is flowing in the circuit is I. Okay, so in the similar way as we have done in the previous analysis, that is the RL series circuit. So E is equal to, that is one thing more, that voltage across resistance is represented as ER, and that the voltage across capacitance is represented as EC. Okay, because they are connected in series, so there is different voltage across resistance and across the capacitance. So E can be written as E is the vector sum of ER and EC. So E can be written as ER square plus EC square. This is how E is represented, as E is the vector sum of that is the voltage across resistance and the voltage across capacitance. And if we have to draw the voltage triangle, so it can be drawn like this, as here is ER, then and EC can be drawn. Here is EC and this one is E. Okay, and here is the angle phi. That is the phase difference between the net E and ER. Okay, so it can further be written as, so what is ER now? ER is equals to I into R square plus what is EC? It is I into XC square. What is XC? That is the capacitive reactance. Okay, XC is the capacitive reactance, that is equal to 1 by C omega, and it has the units of ohms. And taking its square root, it can further be taken I as common. It can be written as R square plus XC square. Okay, and now representing this with Z, we can write it like this, I into Z. Okay, where Z is equals to R square plus XC square square root, and this is called the impedance of, RC series circuit. Okay, this is called the impedance of RC series circuit, and it has the units of ohms. Now next is just to find out how this angle phi is found out. Okay, for that we have to again draw one impedance triangle also. For the impedance triangle, let us suppose this is R, then XC is here and here it is Z. Okay, this is angle phi. Now from this impedance triangle, so what is tan phi? Tan phi is equals to, tan phi is equals to perpendicular by base. The perpendicular is XC and the base is R. Okay, so phi is equals to tan inverse of XC by R. So this is another formula to calculate the phase angle or phase difference between the voltage and current. Okay, what is the phase difference between voltage and current for RC series circuit? It depends upon the value of capacitance and resistance. Okay, what is the value of capacitance or what is the value of the resistance? As we already know that if only resistance is connected in the circuit, the phase difference between E and I is 0 degree. Okay, and if only capacitance is connected in the circuit, the phase difference between E and I is 90 degree, and I leads E. by 90 degree. Okay, so if R and C are connected in series, the phase difference is given by this formula, that is tan inverse of XC by R. Okay, now after doing this much analysis, now next step is to calculate the power. Okay, so for power, we know that E is equals to E max sine of omega t. Okay, E is equals to E max sine of omega t, and as here R and C are connected in series, and this C capacitance gives the leading current. Okay, capacitance gives you the leading current, so I is represented as I is equals to I max sine of omega t plus phi. Okay, so for representing any leading current, we have to represent it like this: omega t plus phi, and phi is given by this formula, that is tan inverse of XC by R. So now to calculate power, power is equals to E into I. Just put down these formulas, that is E is equals to E max sine of omega t, and I is I max sine of omega t plus phi. Okay, now further simplify it, it will give you E max I max sine of omega t and sine of omega t plus phi. Okay, now multiply and divide it by 2. इसको 2 से multiply और 2 से divide करेंगे, multiplying and divide it by 2. So we again came here with the another geometrical trigonometry formula, that is 2 sin A sin B. As we have also applied this formula in our previous analysis of R and series circuit. So what is 2 sin A sin B? ठीक है, ये क्या होता है? It is cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. Now using this formula, cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. Now using this formula, the power comes out to be, and this denominator 2, ये जो 2 denominator में है, इसको हम इसके साथ attach कर देंगे, so our maximum values are converted into the RMS values. Okay, so this now becomes, or we can write it in the next step, E max I max, you can write it like this, root 2 and root 2. The denominator that is in the 2 that is in the denominator, and here we are going to apply this formula, and it will gives you cos of A minus B, that is omega t minus omega t minus phi, that is cos of minus phi. So here comes out to be cos of minus phi. So what is cos of minus phi? It is cos of phi. It can be written as cos of phi minus cos of A plus B, that is adding omega t and omega t plus phi. Okay, so this will gives us, that is 2 omega t plus phi. Okay, and further simplify it, now this will become our ERMS and IRMS. So it is ERMS, IRMS, one is cos phi, one term is ERMS, IRMS cos of phi, and another term is ERMS, IRMS cos of 2 omega t plus phi. Okay, so our this power again consists of 2 terms. Okay, so there are 2 terms in this formula of power, and in these 2 terms, this term is the constant part This is the constant term which gives you the some constant fixed value of the result. Okay, and this part of the power is the variable because it continuously varies with the omega t. Okay, so we can ignore this part, or you can also say that the average of this variable part is 0. So we neglect this average variable part, and the net power can be written as net power for the RC series circuit. It can be written as E RMS I RMS cos of phi. It is the same formula that we have achieved in the RL series circuit. It is the same formula. Okay, so this is the net power or the formula for the net power. Okay, now next step is to draw the waveform. That is very important. Next step is to draw the waveform. Okay, now for the waveform, we know that this is the equation for E. This is the equation for I. Okay, now we have to draw the in a single waveform for E, I, and P. Okay, so it can be drawn as, just see it carefully. So first we draw the waveform for E. Here we are going to mark omega t. So E is E max sine omega t. That means for E the phase angle is 0 degree. Okay, so it can be drawn like this. So this is the waveform for E. And next the waveform for I. I is I max sine omega t plus phi. The I shows you the leading nature. And by how much angle it leads? It leads by an angle of phi, which depends upon the value of Xc and R. Okay, which depends upon the value of capacitance and resistance. So, and this I may be leading nature, so it can be drawn, or its 0 point is, someone starts with here. ठीक है, तो जितना इधर से लीडिंग शो करोगे उतना ही हर पॉइंट पे लीडिंग शो करना है हमने, लाइक दिस. ठीक है, जितना गैप यहाँ पे लिया है उतना ही यहाँ पे, यहाँ पे, यहाँ पे और इधर आएगा. तो आई कैन बी ड्रॉन लाइक दिस, बट take its amplitude lesser as compared to the amplitude of E. So this is E and this is I. Okay, so this is the waveform for I. Now we have to draw the waveform for power, and this concept we have to use here. So power is E into I. So firstly divide wherever it cuts the x-axis now. So just mark one dotted line wherever it cuts the x-axis. जहां पे x-axis पे कट आ रहा है वहां पे एक dotted line मार्क कर देंगे like this. ठीक है, just make the margins and we have to check the signs of E and I to draw the waveform for the power like this. Okay, similarly draw the dotted lines and now check in each margin what is E and what is I. Okay, as in the first margin E is positive, I is positive, so the power is also positive. So this is power. Okay, and in the next margin, in this margin, E is positive, I is negative. So the power is positive into negative, the power is negative. Okay, and in the next margin both E and I are negative, so the power is again positive. Okay, so in this way you have to draw the power waveform for the power. In the next margin, I is positive, E is negative, so power is negative. In the next margin, both are positive, so power is positive. And in the next margin, one is positive, another is negative, so power is negative, and it can be drawn like this. Okay, so this is the waveform for power. Okay, this is the waveform which I am shaded here. So this is the waveform for power, and with this our analysis for the RC series circuit completes. Okay, so this is the waveform for power, and in this analysis you have to do all that. Okay, so with this the analysis completes. Okay, now the next analysis is analysis of RLC series circuit. So for this the circuit, firstly we have to draw the circuit diagram. There is one resistance, inductance and capacitance. All are connected in series across the voltage source, AC voltage source E. Okay, and here is the current I, is the resistance R, L and C. Okay, unit for resistance is ohms, Henry and capacitance. Okay, farad. Okay, the voltage across R is ER, voltage across L is EL, and the voltage across capacitance is EC. Okay, now we are going to starting. इसको हम स्टार्ट करेंगे फर्स्टली बाय टेकिंग द 3 डिफरेंट केसेस. ठीक है, सिंपल पहले केसेस लेंगे, उसके बाद हम इसकी इम्पिडेंस वगैरह डिफाइन करेंगे. ओके, सो फॉर द 3 डिफरेंट केसेस, just I am right here that case 1, then case 2 and case 3. ठीक है, तो इसको 3 केसेस में डिवाइड करेंगे इसकी थ्योरी को. एंड इन दीज केसेस firstly we have to draw their voltage triangles, impedance triangles, writing the equations, study the nature of the circuit, all that. Okay, then after that we are going to define the impedance of this circuit. Okay, so for the case 1, our first condition is XL is greater than XC. ठीक है, जो पहली हम कंडीशन लेके चल रहे हैं, दैट इज XL इज ग्रेटर देन XC. दैट मींस कि जो इंडक्टिव रिएक्टेंस है, इट्स वैल्यू इज ग्रेटर देन द वैल्यू ऑफ द कैपेसिटिव रिएक्टेंस. ओके, एंड इन द सेकंड केस XL is less than XC. That is, the inductive reactance is less than the capacitive reactance, and for the third case XL is equal to X. So these 3 cases we have to study. And for the first case, firstly we have to draw their impedance triangles. For the impedance triangle, this one is the resistance. As we know that the inductance shows the lagging nature and capacitance shows the leading nature. Okay, so we are going to draw the accordingly. And if only inductance is there in the circuit, current lags by the 90 degree. Okay, and if only capacitance is there in the circuit, current leads by 90 degree. So we can draw it like here. Let us suppose here is XL and here is XC. As our first case is XL is greater than XC, so XL is greater than XC. So these are just the phasors. Just reverse this XC now. इसको reverse करेंगे. It will come here, and now this margin is XL minus XC. Okay, this margin is XL minus XC, and when we close this phasor, resultant is represented by Z, that is impedance. Okay, and here is the angle phi. Okay, so this is the impedance triangle for the first case. Now for the case 2, here is resistance. Now XC is greater. Here is XC. Here is XL. XC is greater than XL. So reverse this XL. इसको 180 डिग्री का फेज रिवर्सल दे रहे हैं. It comes here and this becomes XC minus XL, and this resultant vector is represented by Z, that is called as impedance. इसको impedance बोलेंगे, and here the angle is phi. Okay, here the angle is phi. Okay, now for the third case. For third case, again, here is resistance, here is XC, here is XL. As XL and XC both are equal, so when we reverse this or reverse this, it cancel out each other. Both these vectors cancel out each other, so it remain as it is. Okay, no impedance triangle is drawn on this side now. Okay, now next is to draw the voltage triangle. Okay, for the voltage triangle, here is ER, that is the voltage across the resistance. Okay, and in the similar way, just take the voltage. अगर इंडक्टेंस लगी है तो वोल्टेज क्या करती है, करंट लैग करेगा. ठीक है, if the circuit is inductive, अगर सर्किट में अकेली इंडक्टेंस लगी है तो करंट लैग करता है and the voltage leads. So, here is EL and here is EC. Okay, so what is the net voltage? इसको phase reversal दे देंगे यहाँ पे. It comes out to be EL minus EC, and this is the closing vector E, and here is the phase angle phi. Okay, this is the closing vector, that is the net voltage across the RLC series circuit. Okay, now similarly for the case 2, here is resistance, sorry, ER, that is the voltage across the resistance. Okay, and this is EC, and here is EL. Okay, and now we have to give the phase reversal to the voltage across inductance. इसको phase reversal देंगे, so here comes out to be EC minus EL, and this is the vector E, and the phase angle is represented as phi. Okay, now for the third case, here is ER, here is EC, and here is EL. Both are equal, both the vectors cancel out each other. Okay, so this is the figure for the third case. And now in the next case, we have to draw the, or we have to write down their equations. Okay, so as seen in the first case, E is written as E max sine of omega t. That is the same for all. E is equals to E max sine of omega t. Here also E is equals to E max sine of omega t. Now what about the current? Whether the current leads, whether the current lags, or what, or is in the phase. ठीक है, मतलब current की value क्या होगी. ठीक है, so it depends upon the different cases. कि whether the value of inductance is greater or whether the value of capacitance is greater. Okay, which one value is greater? So if XL is greater than XC, If XL is greater than XC, ठीक है, अगर इंडक्टिव रिएक्टेंस ज्यादा है एज कंपेयर टू द कैपेसिटिव रिएक्टेंस, देन द करंट लैग्स, ठीक है, मतलब करंट जो होगा लैगिंग नेचर का होगा क्योंकि इंडक्टेंस डोमिनेट कर रही है. सो द इक्वेशन फॉर I is now written as I max sine of omega t minus phi. Okay, this is the equation for current. And if XL is less than XC, so that means current is of leading nature. तो current की nature जो है leading होगी, and I is now written as I max sine of omega t plus phi. Okay, but if XL is equal to XC, अगर दोनों in बराबर हैं, so there is no leading nature of current, no lagging nature of current. The current is in phase with the voltage. Okay, so in that case, I is written as I max sine of omega t. Simply. Okay, so in the first case shows the lagging nature of current. Second case shows the leading nature of current, and the third case shows the that E and I are in phase with each other. ये दोनों आपस में in phase हैं. There is 0 degree phase difference between E and I. Okay, so these are the three cases related to the RLC series circuit. And after studying these cases, now we have to derive the various formulas. Okay, so as seen from the voltage triangle, अगर voltage triangle को देखोगे तो E can be written as, what is E? Let us suppose this is a triangle. So what is E? E can be written as ER square plus EL minus EC square, or sorry, and square. So this is the net formula for E, and here is EL minus EC. अगर इसको तुम ये सेकंड फिगर देखते हो, ठीक है, here it is EC minus EL. So the value is not changing. अगर यहाँ पे EL minus EC लिख देते हो या फिर EC minus EL कर देते हो तो it remains same because this is the square of that quantity. ठीक है, उसका square आ रहा है, तो it doesn't matter कि whether we are going to write here EL minus EC or EC minus EL. ठीक है, but if you see this third case, there is no triangle and EL is cancel out each other, so E is equal to ER. So net voltage is equal to ER के बराबर लिया जाएगा. Okay, now put down that further formulas as ER is equals to I into R, IR square plus IEL is I into XL minus I into XC square and take its square root. Okay, now taking I common and take it out, it can be written as R square plus XL minus XC square. Okay, and now we represent this term with Z. It can be written as E is equals to I into Z. Okay, where Z is equal to R square plus XL minus XC whole square, and this is called the impedance of RLC series circuit. Okay, this is called as the impedance of RLC series circuit, and the units for this Z is also ohms. The units are ohms. Okay, and now next step is to find the phase angle phi. That what's the formula for phi? So just see this impedance triangle. Okay, this is the impedance triangle. This is the impedance triangle. So from the impedance triangle, tan of phi is equals to perpendicular by base. Perpendicular is xc minus xl, or you can write here xl minus x. ठीक है, so it can be written as xl minus xc upon r, or phi is equal to tan inverse of xl minus xc by r. So this is the formula for the phase angle between E and I. Okay, so this is the complete analysis for RLC series circuit. And one thing is that if XL is greater than XC, so this shows you the lagging nature of the current. I, or I am just write it here as I lags E. ठीक है, if XL is greater than XC, I lags E, and if XL is less than XC, then I leads E. जो करंट है वोल्टेज से लीड करेगा, बट इफ XL is equal to XC, then I is in phase with E. ठीक है, तो करंट और वोल्टेज आपस में इन फेज होंगे, दैट इज द फेज डिफरेंस बिटवीन द करंट एंड वोल्टेजेस इज 0 डिग्री. ओके, सो दिस इज द कंप्लीट एनालिसिस फॉर द RLC सीरीज सर्किट. एंड इसमें हम पावर नहीं कैलकुलेट कर रहे, तो पावर का फॉर्मूला इस केस में भी इट रिमेन्स द सेम. सो दैट इज IRMS cos of phi. Okay, this is a formula for power, and if you have to write here the maximum values, so it is I max divided by 2 into cos phi, and here this cos phi is called as the power factor. Okay, this is called as the power factor. So this is the complete analysis for the RLC series circuit. So for this numerical, resistance is given as 20 ohm, inductance is 0.2 Henry, and capacitance is 150 microfarad, that is 150 into 10 raised to power minus 6 farads. Okay, and these three are connected in series across the supply to 30 volt, 50 volts. Now you have to find out, the first one is the impedance, then current, then power factor. Power factor is cos of phi. Okay, then voltage across the inductance, that is you have to find out this EL, then voltage across capacitance, that is to find out EC, and last it is the power. Okay, so solve for this. Okay. So the formula for impedance is R square plus XL minus XC का whole square का square root, and XL is L omega, and value for L is 0.2, omega is 2 pi f, it comes out to be 62.8 ohms, and similarly XC is 1 by C omega. Just put down all the values and it gives you the answer 21.23 ohms. Okay, so finally Z comes out to be R is 20 square plus 62.8 minus 21.23 whole square, and square root, it comes out to be 46.157 ohms. Okay, now secondly we have to calculate current. For current, E is equals to IZ. Okay, and I is equals to E by Z. So E is 230, Z is 46.157. So I comes out to be 4.8 amperes. Okay, next is the power factor. Now for the power factor, as seen from the impedance triangle, that cos of phi is based upon hypotenuse. Okay, so it is R by Z. So R by Z, R is 20, Z is 46.157. So it comes out to be 0.43 lagging. Why lagging? Because XL is greater than XC. The value of XL is greater than the value of XC. So this circuit shows you the lagging nature. Okay, so power factor has the lagging nature. Now the voltage across inductance, EL is equals to I into XL. EL is equals to I into XL. Just I is 4.8 and XL is 62.8. It comes out to be 301.68 volts. Similarly, EC is equals to I into XC. That is I is 4.8, XC is 21.23. So it comes out to be 101.9 volts. And last one, power. That is ERMS, IRMS into cos of phi. So just put down these values and the power comes out to be 474.7 watt. Okay, so this is the concerned numerical with the RLC series circuit.